One of my favorite things about Azeroth is the sheer number of different plotlines and factions and bits of lore there are to uncover as you level up and explore the world. Just like in other fantasy realms or works of fiction, not everything has a neat, clear-cut ending, and unanswered questions, while frustrating, are some of my favorite mysteries to explore. Today, we're tackling a small side note in Durotar that has a surprising amount of history behind it, and a few hidden details as well. This is the story behind the last of the Tirans in Classic WoW. As always, thank you for the fun comments and support, and with all that being said, let's get right into it. As a young Horde adventurer starting out in the desert of Durotar, most of your attention is going to be spent hunting wildlife and the local quillboar, along with exposing the dark network of warlocks that has infected Orcish lands. However, there is another secondary threat that must also be dealt with as you quest through this zone: Tiragarde Keep. Along Durotar's eastern coast, not far from the town of Razor Hill, this crumbling human fortress sits defiantly against the Warchief's new territory. While it may not look like it, the keep is only about 2 years old, established by the human kingdom of Kul Tiras during their invasion of Kalimdor. Despite the mage Jaina Proudmoore's attempts at making peace with the orcs after the Third War, the Kul Tiran navy, led by Admiral Dalen Proudmoore, Jaina's father, disagreed, vowing to exterminate his former enemies. This is central to the plot of the Warcraft 3 epilogue campaign, which culminated with a Horde victory in Kalimdor, the Admiral's forces utterly destroyed. For a time, peace returned, but as we can see now, Kul Tiras is back with a vengeance, and sailors and armored marines now patrol this ruined stronghold. It seems other recent engagements with the Horde have sunk their ships along the Scuttle Coast, and now it's time to finish them off. Garthok at Razor Hill dispatches you to take out the remaining forces, including their leader, Lieutenant Benedict. Tackling this quest right after arriving at Razor Hill can be tough, especially if the rare Watch Commander Zalafiel makes an appearance inside the keep. Whenever you end up fighting the Tirans, you'll eventually reach the broken hall on the top floor. Benedict and his guard aren't too difficult to take down, and eliminating him completes the quest, though this isn't the end of the story. Benedict also drops his key, which isn't a part of any quest and isn't required to pick up, but doing so will reward your sense of exploration. After searching through the castle, you might find the lieutenant's chest at the very top, which contains Admiral Proudmoore's orders. A lone marine even spawns to try and stop you here, which I thought was a cool detail. The orders give us a lot of information about why the sailors have returned, and why now. Lieutenant Benedict will be second in command in my absence. All domestic Kul Tiras military matters will be handled by him. If I do not send word from Tiragarde Keep within 12 months' time, Lieutenant Benedict will lead the second wave to hold the location. After the Admiral's defeat, the Lieutenant's forces waited 1 year before sailing here from Kul Tiras, which means this new campaign against Durotar has likely been going on for around a year at the start of Classic WoW. The second page of the letter gives us even more insights. Meanwhile, I am sending Lieutenant Alvarold on an exploratory mission around the continent of Kalimdor. His forces are to complete their mission and then join our forces at Tiragarde Keep. It is anticipated that Alvarold's mission will last quite some time. The new land seems vast and dangerous, but should any misfortune befall myself or Benedict, Alvarold's troops will retake the keep. We will send wave after wave until that stronghold is ours. Well, good luck with that. This introduces us to the mysterious Alvarold and his journey around Kalimdor. There was no record of this character existing in the game, and even in modern WoW there has been no word of his mission or where his forces might be now. It's possible they, like all the other Kul Tiran ships on Kalimdor, met an untimely end, and maybe some of the numerous shipwrecks along the coast were once part of this fleet, victims of storms, murlocs, or something more sinister. It's also possible they are totally fine, and just aren't in a place we've seen in Classic WoW yet, like an Uldum Zone or maybe even Southern Silithus. Now that would be awesome. They could also have just sailed back to Kul Tiras, but that doesn't really line up with the information we've been given. It's fun to theorize, but we just can't say for sure where these reinforcements ended up. After returning to Garthok with the letter and word of your victory at the keep, he has you bring the letter to Nazgrel and Orgrimmar, who promises to consult the Warchief about these invaders, but the questline ends before we can learn anything else. With Tiragarde dismantled, the last Kul Tirans on Kalimdor are gone, and one more threat in Durotar has been dealt with. While short, I really do like this small piece of the story here in the Orcish starting zone, and it leaves the door wide open for other opportunities in the future related to this kingdom in Classic WoW. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this situation and the mystery surrounding it, and until next time, may the Force be with you.